So, where does the Dreamy Wabash flow? Do we have any Hoosiers in the audience? How many of you have lived in Indiana? I see a few hands waving out there. How many of you have paddled on the Wabash? When I lived there, I did. After work on a hot summer evening, a group of us would grab a couple buckets of Kentucky Fried Chicken, launch our canoes onto the Wabash near Lafayette, and float downriver past the Eli Lilly Agrochemicals factory, where a pipe from river bottom gushed forth a large pea soup green plume of wastewater, then floated on to takeout along River Road. Where the Dreamy Wabash flows was popular in its day. This is just one of several recordings of the song. The Wabash River was a link in the 1,700-mile Voyageurs Highway that ran from Montreal to New Orleans in the 18th century. When I lived in Lafayette, I attended a festival named the Feast of the Hunter's Moon, which is held each fall at Fort Ouiatenon, a French trading post just downriver from Lafayette. This event has become the largest gathering of Voyageur canoes in the U.S. Although I'll bet you all have heard of Civil War reenactment brigades, I suspect most of you have never heard of Voyageur reenactment brigades. So with this next song, you will be introduced to both the event and to the Voyageur brigades. The Voyageurs take it seriously. Many make their own clothes, build wooden canteens, sleep on straw underneath canvas or under an overturned canoe, and they cook over an open fire, just as the real Voyageurs would have 300 years ago. A highlight of the gathering was a race among these Voyageur brigades, which was run as follows. You're going to have to listen closely to this. At the discharge of a flintlock, all the brigades simultaneously launched their canoes from the riverbank, creating mass chaos and much paddle splashing. They paddled upriver for several hundred yards and around a buoy, then returned to the bank from where they had departed. Several of these young Voyageurs jump out of the canoe, charge into the crowd, and kidnap a maiden, carrying her back to their canoe. With her in the canoe, they depart upriver again, and around the buoy a second time, then return to the bank a second time, where they light a fire using flint and steel. The first brigade to get a kettle of water boiling is declared the winner. This was fun to watch. The recording of the Dreamy Wabash that we are going to hear was made by the Peerless Quartet in 1924. On the previous recording, you heard Arthur Collins, who was also in the Peerless Quartet, but had moved on by 1924. This group was around for many years and developed a unique style. So, if you enjoy barbershop quartet singing, you'll enjoy this one. Here is Where the Dreamy Wabash Flows from 1924.
I couldn't stay away from the place that I love. So no sir. In dreams I see that little lake by the fields of golden grace, where every evening Mother Nature's croon her tune. The cricket, the picket, and the moon. I miss the plow, and the chickens, and the new moon. Hey, real hay, hey, the open air, there, where I wanna work and play. I'll say, I'm gonna and the people love you like their own.
Like their own.
I'm tired of all this making believe, patting the back, shaking the sleeve. And every moment I roam, I miss the clowns,
And the
shakers and the nibble. Hey, wah, wah,
hey, hey.
wah, wah, the open air. There, where I wanna work and play horseshoe,
Leapfrog.
hot dog. I'm gonna live.
I'm gonna
linger where the world is. That strange goodness knows. I'm going back,
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 back.
where the dreamy Wabash flows. Wah!
I wonder, did you pick up on this bit of social commentary about 2/3 through? This makes me think times have not much changed in the last 100 years.